Sweet goldenrod, also known by its Latin name as Solidago or odora, is a member of the aster family and genus. This plant is a perennial, meaning its lifespan is longer than 2 years, and it grows in a habitat of dry open woods and clearings. The plant grows between 2 and 4 feet tall and has a yellow flower which is in bloom between July and October. The flowers have 3 to 4 rays, a raceme inflorescence, which is curved, one-sided, with a long terminal cluster. The plant has alternate leaves, and the leaves are entire, narrowly lance-shaped, 2 to 4 inches long, and aniscent when bruised. Some plants lack the aniscent after being bruised. Warning: the Cherokee used this plant as an abortificant. Though this plant has been attributed to causing allergic reactions, ragweed may be the true culprit. Now, this plant has been used for a variety of different purposes, for its edibility, medicinal properties, and as a dye. As for this plant's edible purposes, a tea can be created by steeping the fresh or dried flowers, which are in full bloom, and the leaves in hot water for 10 minutes to create an anise-flavored tea. As for a condiment, the blossoms are used as the seasoning. The Cherokee used this plant for a variety of medicinal purposes. In an infusion, they use this plant as an abortificant for female obstructions, for bloody diarrhea, as a cold remedy, cough medicine, to induce sweating, to reduce fever, for nerves, and as a stimulant, a tonic, and for measles. The leaves were taken in an infusion as a tuberculosis remedy. As an oral aid, the roots were chewed for sore mouths, and an infusion of the roots were held in the mouth for neuralgia. According to the King's American Dispensatory, the actions of this plant is a stimulant, carminative, which relieves gas, and, in a warm infusion, a diaphoretic, which induces sweating. As for its medicinal uses, infusions were used for absence of menstruation, colic, flatulence, and stomach aches. It was also used as a tonic during the gradual recovery from cholera, diarrhea, and dysentery, and it may be added to unpleasant tasting medicines to make them more palatable. Now, the actions of the flower is to relieve constipation as an astringent, a diuretic, and tonic. The uses were for gravel, urinary obstructions, ulcerations of the bladder, and in the early stages of dropsy. The plant's essence or oil can be distilled from this plant, which actions are carminative and diuretic. It is used to remove flatulency, stop vomiting, and relieve stomach cramps. When used as a local application, it can be used for headaches. As a tincture or oil, it has been used as a diuretic for infants, and it is also used to mask unpleasant medicines. To make an infusion of this plant, steep 1 ounce of the herb in 1 pint of water, and take in doses of 1 to 2 fluid ounces. As for an oil, take 1 to 3 drops. Now let's get into another way we can use this plant. It has been used to make a mustard, orange, or brown colored dye. First, we need to make a dye bath, and by doing so, we need to harvest 2 pounds of the fully bloomed flower heads and stems. Add the plant material to a cheesecloth, and then simmer in 4 gallons of water for half an hour. Next, we need to make a moderate, which is made out of aluminum potassium sulfate in a ratio of 1 ounce per gallon of water. Add the wool or cloth to the moderate, and bring it to a slow simmer for 1 hour. Finally, add the wool or cloth to the dye bath and slowly bring the water to a simmer. Simmer another half hour, allow it to cool, and then rinse. This will dye 1 pound of wool.